5:30 at night in Colorado on, is it October? No, November 11th or 12th, something like that. We get off the sloth here. We'll go to chill. That will keep me within the speed limit within a reasonable location. I'm not as... Oh, we got the LED headlights, matrix headlights adjusting out there. I'll see if I can point that out a little bit, but it's kind of impressive. There's a slowdown for the light coming up. You can see the darkened area for the headlights that are there. Okay, we're turning towards Lochbuie, otherwise known as Space City. I'm wondering how well the behavior in slippery snow conditions will be. If they trained, is Tesla trained FSD on snow at all? I would expect they would have. They're expanding into Colorado with robotaxi. According to their hiring, at this point, they're looking for engineering drivers in Colorado. So I suspect that they've trained it as best they can, and they'll be specialty training for snow this year. So I'm encouraged to be able to share my experience and whatever Tesla can use with the video that the car creates, because we're all part of this grand project. I joined a little later because I couldn't afford these things. They were too expensive, and the price got hammered back in April, and while the price was hammered, I was able to purchase a 2021 Model Y with 24,000 miles on it, and I've been driving that for a year with hardware 3 and using FSD for the last 6-8 months, and have just come to rely on it. For me, it's quite a blessing to be able to safely drive at night. There you can see the matrix headlights adjusting a little bit. There's a segment on the turning out a little bit right there. But it's entertaining to watch the headlights adjust for oncoming traffic. When I come home here in about 20 minutes, we'll be on a pitch black road with no, and it'll be a little darker too, so that you'll be able to see the headlights a little better, hopefully. Ooh, road work in Lochbuie, eh? Which way are we going? Let's, I don't know. Oh, she has us going around that way? No, don't turn here. Inaccurate routing. Highway 76 or Interstate 76 that goes up to northeastern Colorado. We're going to be going on that in a moment. Oh, nice pre-slowing for this semi-truck going by, an empty semi-truck. And he was taking up a lot of that left turn lane, so we slowed down to give him leeway. That was appropriate. This is quite a bumpy little road. It's a frontage road, and it doesn't get very good maintenance, but the main road going through the city of Lochbuie right now is closed for construction, so I have to use this. See if I got my tire pressure okay. Close. Coming up to the cold season, so I don't mind leaving it up a little bit higher right now. Boy, that's bright. See, here's a normal headlight with about a warm color here, 33,000, 2,800 Kelvin or so. Those white ones are LED lights on that truck that were just uncomfortable to watch. Okay, we're slowing up a bit coming into town. That was good deceleration. Make sure I'm on chill. Behavior on the freeway. On chill is just fine with me. It goes, what? It's 75 on the highway, so it'll do 77 in chill, which is just a mile an hour above the speed limit. That's fine for me. I realize other people don't like to do that, but I think, yeah, maybe that's appropriate. But standard is too fast on city roads like this. Okay, here's our roundabout. Pretty good behavior there. We deferred for him. I'm not sure where we're going now. Oh, that's where we're going. Let me edit this trip and remove edit trip. And I need that out of there. Let's remove Lochbuie. Ah! Old people shouldn't be given cell phones or infotainment navigation systems. I'm going to pull over for just a minute and adjust the navigation. Let's try here. This will work. Pull around this way. And we'll leave from park here. Okay, let's add Hudson. Let's see how she takes us there. Okay, that's good. That's just what I was expecting. So what we'll do is take that route and we'll start self-driving. Oh, well, that's interesting. I started. We're in chill, that's right. And I haven't moved at all. Oh, we got a turn signal on. Oh, the car wasn't moving and I was surprised. Right now she's being very patient for these cars that are leaving. So she took an extra 10, 12 seconds, maybe 15 or 20. But now we're going. And I think that was because of movement and unsure where she was and all that kind of thing. And sorry, I've anthropomorphized my car to be a woman, so I call her she, but I guess she's not actually female. Could be though. Which way are we going? I want to go to the left, but there's an island out here, so I can't, so we're going to go to the right, but eventually we're going back to the highway, I'm presuming. No signal. She's not going to go out when somebody could come right through. I do have something behind me, so I'm going to just lightly touch the accelerator to say it, go ahead and go. Well, she doesn't have to go down this far. So this is an issue. It's not a problem, and I usually, when I put in navigation, sometimes she'll, I don't know how to explain this. The navigation that she's chosen to do a U-turn here is a bit complex. I think most people would make a left turn and just do a U-turn here in the road. It's not illegal here, but we have a road, and she seems to prefer that. I'm going to go to standard too. I don't know if it affects her boldness at all, but she's very cautious, and in some cases waits longer than a normal person would appreciate. And again, 14.1.4 is not a finished release at all. It's a beginning. It needs to be polished. It'll probably take 6 months. I suspect, to get fully polished. I think we'll get releases here every few weeks as the training continues on the sore spots, the hesitation and that sort of thing. Oh, got a pretty good deceleration because of that car pulling up. It just really wanted to make sure that he was going to stop. Now this is an unprotected left turn onto, I'm not sure where we are. No, we got one coming. This is a confusing setup. You can't see it from here, but the freeway and then the frontage road has other cars on it here. So it's a question of, I guess you can see all that. Yeah, yeah, I would go. It's safe. But it was very confusing light pattern. All of the lights from the freeway were coming. Well, these people driving on the frontage road, they blended in to that traffic. FSD was able to pick up that just fine. So it's things like that that give you a reassuring feeling. I've got about 4,000, maybe 5,000 miles on hardware 3 in my 21 Model Y. We drove to California and San Francisco and down to LA and back up across the I-70, and okay, here we are getting on the freeway north, Interstate 76 up to Hudson. And so that experience with hardware 3 helped me understand its capabilities and limitations. And with hardware 4, with version 14, I now have the latest software and the latest hardware that anybody has, so I can see how practical FSD is for everyday use by average people, even old people. That's a good acceleration. That claimed the intersection here, which is a kind of a large exit ramp for the highway. Looks like evening traffic we'll have tonight too. So I'm in standard now, and we're merging onto the freeway at Interstate 76, heading towards Hudson, Colorado. The speed limit here is 75. The ability of FSD to merge onto the highway and to have all the visibility on both sides, front, back, and rear, gives you a lot of assurance after you've done it hundreds of times and seen what a good job FSD does. in complex, in packed situations. On hardware 3, there were some issues with merging onto lanes that were ending. FSD didn't and doesn't. And still, I think, it may be better, but had trouble with lanes that were ending. Now, in standard mode, we're hanging to the left probably longer than I would, but I'm not aware of the traffic that's up here. So she is, and we're going to be getting off here in, I don't know, a couple of miles. And obviously the in-camera video is no good because there's no light in the camera right now. So it's the first time I filmed at night, but I need to use the recording audio. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use the turn signal just because I'm more comfortable in the right lane. There's no need to stay over here. And we are getting off here in just a minute. So you see, in standard we're doing 80 miles an hour, and I don't generally drive 80. So I'll go back down to chill. And she usually will creep up to 77. But as a 70-year-old, I'm comfortable just driving safely. See how well lit the road is. It's really a nice system. Better than the headlights that I've had throughout my life. Off to the right and up a hill a little bit. You know, my eyes aren't too bad. I don't need glasses to drive. I need glasses to read up close. But I'm still pretty good at the distance. But I believe FSD sees farther and better than I can. I've noticed in translating or converting my audio to text that I say far too much. So I apologize and will try to be conscious of that. I think it's a pilot thing, perhaps. I don't know. There's lack of concern for proper English. Okay, here we come to the exit ramps now. You can see them in the distance. You can see them out the window. Not on the overhead display yet. Hudson went by. When we first moved here 30 years ago, we went to the restaurant up here. I forgot the name of it now. It's been here since the 40s or 30s, and I found a postcard for it in my collection. It was published in the 50s. I think it's the branding iron. Oh, that's up in Granby. This is, I don't know. Let's see what it is. The Pepper Pod. Yeah. So nice exit. We're at 65 miles an hour, but we're slowing down for the exit coming up. And we'll be turning into Hudson. Let's see if I can cancel that while in the trip. Okay. See, I edited the trip, but she didn't pick it up. So she'll turn into town. And we'll do a U-turn down here. And off we go. Let's see how she's planned this. Oh, interesting. interesting. This is a way to get home, and it is a darkened road. Let's go ahead and do that. One darkened road or another. Do want to put it in sloth, though. Going through these small country towns, you don't want to do any speeding. And frankly, with version 14, I can control that fairly well. Roads with the correct speed limits work very nicely. Here we'll be turning right. I think we're going to go all the way back down using this road, because that'll get us back to our home. Interesting. Let's sync that also. I'll have to, that was a right turn where she was turning but then released and drifted straight for probably a quarter of a second and then continued the turn. So it was one of those decisions, but it happened in a turn, and you know when the decision changes in the turn, or if FSD stops in a turn, that was good behavior over a speed bump. These are big speed bumps here too. They're sidewalks across the road. There we go. So behavior across the speed bump was good. Notice the speed limit's 20. We're doing 25, but we're following a vehicle also. Oh, that's in school zone, so it's 20 miles an hour in the school zone. Now this is an example of a county road, an unlighted, well-traveled county road. It's fairly well maintained, but there's no street lights or anything lighting this road. So this will be a good display of the LED lights, the headlights, and how they operate. Okay, we're in sloth. I'm going to go ahead up to chill now. So we'll accelerate to the speed limit. There's a good, the headlights are blacked out around that oncoming traffic very nicely now. You can see the segments turning off along the way. No flashing from them, so their headlights are comfortable to them. And then as we go around this person, you see that. So love the high beams on the Tesla. This is a legacy Model Y. It was built in January of 25, so it's one of the last ones that were built before the Juniper refresh. I find I get better prices if I buy. This had 8,000 miles on it when I bought it. It wasn't a demo, but it was, I don't know, it had some miles on it. But it's in great shape, not bad at all. And got a good price on it. Bought it from inventory. So I bought it directly from Tesla. Didn't have a trade-in. I kept my 21 Model Y, and my wife is enjoying driving that right now. Came from a Nissan Leaf, a 2015 Nissan Leaf we bought used also in about 23, 22. I have to look again, maybe it was earlier than that. We've had good luck with it. We've learned, and we're able to adapt our lifestyle to EVs, which doesn't require a whole lot of adaptation at all. My wife and I built a ground-mounted solar panel installation at our home. It's a 16 kilowatt with two 6 kilowatt SMA inverters. So we've been running that for about 5 years now. We bought the EV right after, we bought the Leaf right after we put that in, and it's given us great service. I think we've made something 1.5 gigawatts of power in the last 5 years. So naturally, EVs are great for us, but we only pay 6 cents a kilowatt hour for electricity after, during off-peak hours. So it's great pricing for electricity, whether you have solar or not. But the solar just takes the cost down to nothing. So your cost that much. But you got to make a profit on superchargers, and they are convenient and well planned, and are the best network in the world, or at least in the U.S. I suspect in the world. Okay, this is coming over to a little bit of a slowdown here. Speed limit, I don't see any change in it. We're going over a big bridge. Oh yeah, this is the bridge that people come over that you have to look out for when you're turning left here. Okay, where are we going? Yeah, good. Very weak lines on the road. These are a good example of a country road. And we're doing 51. I'm not sure where we are, or what's the speed limit show here? 35? Yeah, see? No, it's 55. So, okay. I have large font on my infotainment system because I need glasses to read up close, but some of the fine print's still hard to read. I can barely see the mode that we're in. I can tell by the length of the word that this word's sloth now. I'll go back to chill because the speed limit did change to 40 right there. 45. But it's been uneventful. I haven't touched the brakes or the steering wheel since we navigated to Hudson and back home here. I did modify the navigation so it would bring us home. But here's what it's like driving on a country road in Colorado at 7 o'clock at night. 6:30. No, it's 5:54. I can see the clock from here. That's good. Put a little background music to this and drive home quickly and speed it up going home. Unless there's something to show you. I want to show, make a couple of shorts of those speed bumps and the indecision on the off-ramp. I think it was there. Oh, on the right turn. Yeah, on the right turn onto the county road where it stopped turning for a moment. That was interesting. Done that if there was a car there, but I think what other people are saying is the experience I'm seeing as well, that it's just hesitant at times. It's like it's making two different decisions. I'm feeling a little bit of brake slowing right now. We're at 45, and she didn't really slow down. She just decided that she didn't want to quite go so fast. There's a little brake bump. Maybe indecision because of the car out there, and we're not seeing what's in front of us right there. I can't see what's in front of us. Oh, those headlights are completely out of whack. You know, people don't, I don't know, they don't drive the way they did in the 60s. I guess that's true. Okay, here we are. This is my intersection. I recognize it. First to the stop. Very good. So a completely uneventful ride, really. Other than my navigation issues, where we ended up trying to turn into Lochbuie and drive through the town. I just said go to the town on the navigation. I didn't select an address. So it's a small town, but she still is trying to navigate to the center of the town somewhere. I think there's only about 10,000 people. No, I don't think there's 10,000 people in Lochbuie. I don't know. Hey, Grok, what's the population of Lochbuie, Colorado? Error occurred. Yes, error occurred. Pay attention to the road. I can't. I'm looking at Grok. no server error. I've got premium connectivity, but apparently it doesn't work at night. Let's restart her. See if that'll help. Hey Grok, what's the population of Lochbuie, Colorado?
I think you mean Lochbuie. It's a small town near here, with about 8,000 people, based on the latest census tweaks.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
There's 8,000 people in Lochbuie, and I wasn't far off with 10,000, but I'm surprised. I didn't know it was that many. So here we are in sloth mode again. But what I normally do is go ahead and just take FSD off, let it slow down, and then start it again, and she won't speed up so much. I don't think. Yeah, it's kind of like the lesson of saying, oh, okay, it's a dirt road, I'll go this. She seems to be more eager when she enters the dirt road. But completely uneventful. And that's what I'm trying to show. Well, I'm not trying to show it. If there's an event, I want to be sure to include it, because I'm looking for things to see if this is practical for someone in my situation. Would you feel comfortable? I do have to say that I'm rather comfortable with technology. I've worked as a technologist my whole life. I don't know if she has our home on there. Yeah, she does. The nighttime looks different here. I thought we lived back there. Stop at my neighbors. See, at night she gets confused too. And that only happens maybe 20% of the time. I don't know what causes it.